I used to look for shells when I was little, and now sadly the children here are looking for plastics. So I volunteer with Plastic Free Cayman, and we are trying to educate and raise awareness about plastic pollution, what we can do to solve the problems, what we can do to educate others, including others at the workplace, others in our own home. Maybe you can contact the supermarket and ask them, could they please stop using plastic bags? These types of things. And we are also trying to have a dialogue with the legislators to improve the legislation around plastics. Many countries around the Caribbean and the world, including the European Union, are banning plastics. And that doesn't mean a full ban of all plastics. That means a phased-in ban of strategic single-use plastics that really we don't need to use those products in the vast amounts that we are using, or we can use them, use other materials that are less damaging when we look at the life cycle of the whole product. So if we think about cradle to grave is kind of how we think of manufacturing and resource use at the moment. We really want to try and look at the cradle to cradle, the circular economy. What happens when, how do we produce it? How do we use it? What's the end of life use of this product? And how can we kind of close that gap so that we're making the most of all the raw materials? So I completed a master's in marine environmental management, and I actually focused on microplastics for my dissertation topic. So I study microplastics in beach sediment, and I studied that in Mayo Island in Cape Verde. And I would really like to be able to do that at home in Cayman. I think we really need to have baseline measurements of what our situation is currently with the plastics. So we don't actually measure air pollution here, we don't measure water quality, which includes pollution as well. So including plastics and other chemicals and sanitation waste, the sanitation system, the water supply, in terms of what is entering the ocean from the land, and we don't monitor any of that. So we do really need to look into that and have some kind of baseline monitoring. And really we need legislators to start to allocate budget and resources to putting in monitoring programs into education and into proper recycling programs and awareness. In Cayman we can recycle plastic type 1, plastic type 2, and that's it. Other types of plastic go straight to the landfill if they don't end up in the oceans. And then we can recycle cardboard, glass and metals. So a big education campaign around helping people separate their garbage before it goes to the landfill would be really paramount in helping to reduce the problem.